Hey guys, Richard again, not in Ryden's room, doing the next video. This is basically immediately after my previous one, hence the balaclava and black gloves. Although this hand has no glove on because these gloves aren't touchscreen friendly. So, onto it then. So, this is the next one-off episode 7, the Unicorn and the Wasp, the Agatha Christie episode. So, let's get onto it then. So, Dr. Donna travel back to 1910s, I think it is, maybe even late 1900s, or late 1910s, somewhere around that era. I don't know, I won't be paying attention. And they're basically in an Agatha Christie murder mystery novel. This is like the fun episode. It's not particularly serious. It's not meant to be not meant to take too seriously. Nothing particularly dramatic goes in there. It's just like a fun story, which is still a good one. Nowhere near the sheer heights of the likes of Fires of Pompeii or the series finale, but it is a good story. It's a fun one. Agatha Christie played well by the actress. I was actually just looking at some of her books recently, and the actress they've got looks a bit like her actually in her main stock picture on Wiki and some other place showed up in Google searches. But yeah, basically some guy gets murdered. There's a giant wasp lurking around, and they got to solve the mystery of who the murderer is, who it is that can turn into a wasp, while shouldn't I avoid giving Agatha too many clues to what sort of things she should be writing. So accidentally not mentioning characters like Miss Marple. So yeah, that's basically the plot of the episode. So that's the quickest I've ever summed up an episode. Basically, yeah, the butler did it. To quote Cow and Chicken, why did the butler do it? The butler did it because the butler always does it. Okay, it's not the butler, it's the Reverend. The Reverend has got some dormant ability to turn into a giant wasp, which gets triggered when he gets really mad. We watch some young punks trying to rob his church, brutally murders them, and then gradually the odd person's dying. Starting with the episodes Lord of the Manor. So to be honest, I've seen this enough times I could kind of drift off and just focus on the drift out and just focus on the main things that happen. So I've gotten so many little details even though I watched this a couple of days ago. Shame on me, but well, a week ago maybe. Yeah. But hey, I'm going to pick up some of her books eventually. Anyone watching this has read any, feel free to recommend in the comments. I know the obvious ones And Then There Were None, and of course Murder on the Orient Express, but there's plenty more, I'm sure. Read every Bond book this year, so maybe next year I'll look for the Agatha Christie ones, or the year after I've got way too many books on. But anyway, back to the episode before this hits 3 minutes. So yeah, basically it's supposed to be a big murder mystery. Who is the murderer who turns into a giant wasp? Hysterical bit when the doctor gets poisoned. They put cyanide in the doctor, Donna and Agatha's drinks. Only the doctor drinks it his wine first, realises what's happening, but of course he can resist it. He basically it's a great moment. It's running around the kitchen just looking for things that'll help, anything with sugar, salt, all those ingredients, and then the last thing he needs is something that will give him a big shock. And Donna just kisses him on the lips. It's pretty hilarious. And yeah, well, that's one hell of a shock. He coughs it up, and the doctor's reaction is, wow, look, great detox. I'll do it more often. And her face, she was looking like horror and disgust. I mean the detox. Shock. So yeah, again, every companion has to kiss the doctor, but here there's absolutely no pleasure in it whatsoever. And yeah, it was pretty funny when they did that. So yeah, it's a fun story though. Agatha Christie basically gets terrorized by the giant wasp. She just drive a car into the river. The wasp follows her, then dies. It seems the vicar, it's possession. It kind of, he basically is able to let go of it, and yeah, you get everything as vicar has been like this for a long time. Probably doesn't want to live as a giant wasp. He's alter ego forever. And yep, basically Agatha Christie disappeared for a month, and then she would a month or a week, then she returned with no knowledge of what happened. But much like Charles Dickens, like Donna mentioned casually, they'd be like Charles Dickens writing about ghosts. And of course we had that in new series 1. And yeah, then Agatha Christie pulls out a book, and I'm pretty sure it's fake. I actually looked this up and didn't come across it. Hey, maybe it's out there somewhere. Basically, a book called The Unicorn and the Wasp. So yeah, it's a fun story. It's one of those episodes that's quite light-hearted. It's not meant to be taken too seriously. It's just a fun story. Pompeii is the really dark, depressing historical masterpiece episode. This is just a chilled out, relaxed, fun episode. It's got fun moments like Donna burning the wasp with a big magnifying glass, and the wasp then remembering when it tries to attack her later and buzzing off. Yeah, good actors. I like the actress who plays Agatha. She's fun, and didn't notice at the time, but anyone who's watched Star Wars Rogue One, the actor who played Jyn, Felicity Jones, she's actually in as one of the random characters. Again, she's just there, but hey, worth noticing if you've watched Star Wars and feel like you recognise this from somewhere. But yeah, that's pretty it. So good episode, pretty like an average one. You know, not amazing, but certainly not bad, but not one I would go back to. But it's always good for like a bit of fun. But yeah, this is the last fun episode before what's coming. So until then.